Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from Ncaa, and make sure you hit that like button. We are here for Season 3. We lost our home opener, but first we got to get to these players of the game. Remember, we have the pride stickers for these guys. You get a +1 in awareness, so Tyron Summers is going to win it on the offensive side of the ball. And it's funny, both transfers are going to win this award here, as Kenneth Ruff, I mean, he had 2 tackles for losses, 4 tackles total, but he was just disruptive the whole game. He was demanding double teams, he was breaking double teams, and he's going to get the boost in awareness on the defensive side of the ball. I also liked what I saw from Malik Gray. He gave up a couple of big plays, but he recovered, got an interception when it mattered most. Cedric Granger had a good game. I mean, it was just an all-around good game. I was really impressed by the defensive line play. Kier Patterson, redshirt freshman, he did his thing in his first game starting. He had 2 tackles for losses, 2 tackles total, and he did pretty good for us. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this defensive line and the potential that they have. So we are going up against Louisville, and in their first matchup they did lose, and they actually played a pretty tough team, to be honest. They played Notre Dame, and let's just look at their schedule. They lost 31-14 at home, so this is going to be a tough game. We are playing a very, very good team, and let's just look at their leaders here. So pass looks like he threw for 149, but 2 interceptions, so maybe we can force them into some turnovers. Wilson ran for 73. We'll have to see. I'll be surprised if we allow this team to really do a lot versus us, because I was really impressed by our defense last game. So hopefully we can kind of keep it up, even though this is a team that's rated way better than us. We'll see how our defensive line, if they can play like last week, I think we can do some things in this game. So let's hop into the action. So we are here at Papa John Stadium here in Louisville, Kentucky, and speaking of Papa John, I don't know if he's having a very good year after all the stuff that's been going on with him. But back to the action here, as we're taking on Louisville, and the thing about this game is that they're really good rating. They're rated really good, but I feel like our defense, the way we played the first game, we can definitely keep up with them, and that's what we're going to look to do in this game. So they do start out with the ball, as Pass throws the quick pass out to Bracy, and that's a quick 8 yards already to start out this game. So now on a 2nd and 7, Pass is going to give it to his running back Wilson, and Wilson's going to break to the outside for the first down of the game. So 3 yards on that carry. So now on a 1st and 10 here, giving the ball, and look who's there. Kenneth Ruff, the transfer junior. He's been killing. I mean, I can't lie, he's been killing, and he's definitely changed the defense up front, because a lot of guys cannot run on us, as Pass tries to scramble out, but that one's a sack, the first of the season for Danny Armstead. So now on a 3rd and 15, here is Pass throwing the ball deep to the left side, but that one is going to be caught by Fitzpatrick. 41 yards, just throws it up to the receiver that time, and that's a completion for a very long 1st down. There's a little bit of luck on that, but we got to play defense. So now on a 1st and 10, they're now inside the red zone. Here is Pass scrambling and pitching it to Wilson, and that one is a touchdown. 15 yards from Louisville on the first drive, and man, I thought our defense had a stop there, but that 41-yard pass definitely made a difference. So now back out on offense, and Curtin actually had a decent game last game. He threw 2 touchdowns, and he's going to be looking to build off of that performance, and so is Tyron Summers. This is his first year as our starting running back, and remember Jimbo Brown, he had a pretty good year last year. He's still going to get the ball quite a bit, but he's going to be kind of that power back role as we come back out here on a 1st and 10 after picking up the 1st down. And look at Justin Johnson getting open on the slant route for 20 yards across the middle, and we're already past the 50-yard line. And that's what happens when you have a good defense, you have confidence in your defense, you don't really take a lot of shots. And the thing about last year is that I knew I had to score on pretty much every drive because the defense was so bad. But now that we have a defense, we can definitely move the ball, slowly have long, good drives running the ball. And here on a 3rd and 5, throwing the ball across the middle. But I don't know what Jack Kleck was looking at. He should have caught that one, but misses it. So we go for it on a 4th and 5, but Angel Gonzalez cannot get to that pass because Sean Curtin overthrows him by a mile. And that was 4-down territory, so I'm not mad that we went after that one. But now we do have to stop them on defense. And on the first play, here's Fitzpatrick getting open, and Des Fitzpatrick, a big gain on that one, 36 yards, and now they are almost inside of field goal range. So now here's pass throwing out to Davis this time, and Davis is going to stumble out of bounds for 9 yards. So now a minute left in this first quarter. Here's pass, pitching it out to Wilson. And look at this blocking on this pitch play, and luckily we get the tackle on the outside. Great does stop that touchdown run. So now on a 1st and goal here, a minute 11 left in this first quarter. But look at this pressure coming out off the edge, and that's Peter Gonzalez. Remember, he's going to rotate in at that left end position along with like Frederick Billups, and a lot of guys are just going to play a lot of different roles here for us in this during this season, because we have a lot of guys that can rush the passer, and I want to get London Welshman, the freshman, some playing time, and he gets in as well. He's already got a sack on the year, so we do force them to settle for the field goal here in the first quarter, as we do get an intentional grounding play call on this play, and we do have to settle now inside the 5-yard line. So now on a 3rd and 24, just trying to get a little bit of room here for the punt. We don't want to take any chances, and we do have to punt the ball away to Louisville. So now here's pass back out on offense here, giving the ball to Wilson, but that's a gang tackle this time. And I'm liking this new linebacking core, Thornton and along with Ryan Marshall. That's a pretty good duo. I like what they're doing. So now on a 3rd down, trying to run the ball, Cedric Granger comes up with a stop. And like I said, this linebacking core, with how good it is, and then this defensive front with Ruff leading the way, it definitely is going to leave a lot of lanes for Cedric Granger to come up and make a lot of tackles. And then Alan King is just holding down the backside. You see there aren't a lot of big passes we're giving up so far in this game. It's because Alan King is doing a pretty good job on the defensive side of the ball. So now we're back on offense. Here is Sam Forbes picking up the 1st down on the slant route for 12 yards. So now facing a 2nd and 8 here from the shotgun. Here is Curtin rolling out to the right side, gonna throw to the right side, and that one's gonna be caught by Sam Forbes, the senior. So now on a 3rd and inches, giving off to Tyron Summers, and he's barely gonna pick up the 1st down. This Louisville defense is pretty fast, as Summers has been bottled up to this point. So now 2.5 minutes left in this half, facing a 3rd and 6. Here is Curtin creating some magic with his legs here, not with his arm, and picking up the 1st down after breaking the tackle. And now we are past the 50-yard line. So now on a 2nd and 10, throwing the ball into traffic, and that time we took a shot, an unnecessary one to add to that, and that one's going to be tipped as we go for it on a 3rd and 10, giving it to Sam Forbes across the middle, but that one's going to be 1 yard short of the 1st down. Remember, we went for a 4th down earlier, passing the ball, so we decided to run the ball this time, and Tyron Summers comes up with the 1st down run, gain of 8 yards. So now on a 2nd and 12, you can see the speed of these linebackers. They are stopping Summers up to this point. He's been limited up to a minute left in the second quarter. So now here on a 3rd and 12, facing some pressure, and we didn't have anybody open. We threw it away, and we are within field goal range. So we do have to kick the long field goal for Preston Lang, and that one's going to be through the uprights as we give them 24 seconds left to drive this field. So now on the first play, here is Wilson getting the ball, and Colin Wilson only gets 2 yards on that one. So now facing a 3rd and 8 here, 20 seconds left in this half, and look at pass. He's going to complete this one to the outside to Sturgill, and that one's going to be a 1st down. Only 2 incompletions for pass up to this point. So now 12 seconds left in the half. Here is pass throwing to the outside, and Xavier Davis almost has an interception. Could have stopped this drive, but this drive continues as pass from the shotgun here on a 2nd and 10. Here's 6 seconds left in the half, almost ticking down. He gets a completion to Dawkins, who's going to take a huge hit, but he holds on to that ball, and they do get to settle for the field goal as they go into halftime up 13-3. So now to start this second half, here is Curtin from the shotgun. We do start the half out with the ball, throwing the ball to the right side, but Jack collect. That's a bad throw by Curtin on that one. Didn't get his feet set, and it's incomplete pass. So now on a 2nd and 10. Here is Curtin from the shotgun once again, but throwing the ball deep to Justin Johnson, and Justin Johnson gets behind the defense, and he's going to take this one all the way into the end zone. And this is one of the things we did not have last year because of the amount of receivers we have this year that can do everything. Justin Johnson is going to be that X factor with the deep ball, and this is what we're going to be looking to do, as that was a perfect throw by Curtin, as it's now down to a 3-point lead. So here is pass back out on offense, scrambling, and he's going to pick up 10 yards. Going to have to put that spy out on him, but on a 2nd and inches, he's given the counter to Wilson as he gets to the outside and gets to the 50-yard line on that run. So now on a 2nd and 7, here is pass under center this time, trying to scramble out, and he breaks a tackle from Ruff and gets to a 3rd and 1 here at the 40-yard line. So now on a 3rd and 1 under center, here's pass. He's going to have another running lane to run to the outside, and he's going to pick up 10 yards. So now 5 minutes left here in this 3rd quarter. Here he is under center one more time. Clean pocket, going to throw to the left side, but that one is going to be picked off by Orlando Norman, his 2nd interception of the year already. As, man, Norman playing on the left side of the field definitely changes things, because remember on the right side he was always covering the best receiver on the field, and this time he kind of has a lot more room to throw or to work with, because a lot of guys and a lot of teams throw to the left side more than the right side, and he's definitely taking advantage up to this point. So now here's Curtin back out on offense on a 2nd and 8, getting it out to Mike Harrison for the first down, and the freshman, remember the 3-star walk-on freshman, gets the first down. So now on a 3rd and 5, here's Curtin, kind of a clean pocket, but the pocket does collapse a little bit, and we do have to throw that one away as Louisville shows that speed on defense, covering everybody. So now back out on defense here on a 1st and 10, getting the tackle is Cedric Granger on that one. So now on a 2nd and 9, giving the ball to Wilson, and Wilson has a running lane up the middle, and that's an easy 10 yards. Nice blocking by their offensive line. So now facing a 1st and 10 here under center. Here's pass, trying to roll out to the right side, but this time going to be stopped by Thornton, and Danny Armstead does clean it up. So now facing a 3rd and 7 at the 50-yard line. Here's pass on the draw play, giving it to Wilson, and Danny Armstead's going to be there for the tackle as Ryan Marshall comes in and cleans it up, and we do force the punt. So this is probably uncharted territory for us. We didn't really force like any punts last year. In this game, we've already forced 2. So now here from the 2nd and 8 here, throwing the ball deep, and Jack Kleck is going to be overthrown. Another overthrow to Jack Kleck, and Curtin has been a little bit off. He's had a couple of nice throws, but kind of been off a little bit. So now on a 3rd and 8, throwing to Jack Kleck, and that one is going to be picked off. Take another look. That one's dropped by Jack Kleck. It gets kicked around. Look at this. It's bouncing off shoes, and somehow the safety comes in and scoops it before it hits the ground. So what a crazy play on that one, as now they take over in field goal range, as here is pass, getting it out to his tight end Jordan Davis for 8 yards. So now we start this 4th quarter here, and they are up 3 points, but on a 3rd down, giving it to Wilson, and that's a nice tackle that time by the senior Ryan Marshall. So they do kick the field goal, and now they are up by 6 points. So now 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter, trying to get a screen pass to Mike Harrison, and that one isn't going to go anywhere. So now on a 3rd and 8, throwing the ball to the right side, and Angel Gonzalez, the wily sophomore, is going to get the catch that time, and it's going to be a 1st down. So now on a 1st and 10, here is Sam Forbes getting the catch over the middle, and that one's going to be 21 yards. So we're moving the ball on this drive as Tyron Summers gets the handoff only for 4 yards. He's been bottled up this entire game. So now on a 3rd and 6, throwing to the left side is Mike Harrison getting the catch, and that's another 1st down. So now we're inside of 4 minutes left here from the shotgun, close to the 30-yard line. getting it out to Jack Kleck. He finally makes an accurate throw to Jack Kleck, and that one's going to be caught for 8 yards. So now 3 minutes left here on a 2nd and 2. Rolling out to the right, trying to pick up that first down, and Curtin does get around the corner and picks up 7 yards. So now on a 2nd and 12, inside of 2 minutes, here is Curtin once again throwing over the middle. Sam Forbes on the catch. So now 3rd and 7 here. The game on the line, a minute 20 left in this game, and here's Curtin facing a lot of pressure, but that one is going to be picked off by Sturgill. And man, what a bad throw on that one, but the pocket was collapsing. We had nowhere to go with that, and we do have to give the ball back to Louisville, but we do have 3 timeouts left. So here is Wilson getting the handoff on a 2nd and 13, and we're going to come up with the stop. So now on a 3rd and 14, they're passing on this one instead of running the ball and running the clock, and they throw the ball deep, and Orlando Norman is there for another clutch deflection, almost an interception, and they settle, and they have to kick or punt the ball away to us. So now here's Curtin. Can he lead us down the field? 1 timeout left because they didn't elect to run the ball. So here's Curtin, get on the bounce on that one. So now on a 2nd and 7 here at the 45-yard line. The pressure's getting to us, and we're taking the 11-yard sack, and we do have to burn one. So now no timeouts here on a 3rd and 18 as here's Curtin. Great blocking up front, and he breaks a tackle and actually picks up 12 yards. So he gets a lot of that yardage back. So now on a 4th and 7, this is for the game here. 24 seconds left, getting the guys to the line. He finds Mike Harrison, the freshman, and he holds on to that one for a 12-yard reception. So now 19 seconds left, running the hurry up, throwing to the outside. Justin Johnson gets the catch, gets out of bounds, and stops the clock. So now inside of 15, here is Curtin from the shotgun, 1st and 10, throwing the ball to the middle, and that one is going to be a catch, but a drop by Sam Forbes while he gets hit by the safety. So now 10 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Curtin throwing the ball to the middle, and Sam Forbes once again for an 11-yard reception. So now 7 seconds left. Hurry into the line. 1st and goal. Running slants, and look who's open, the senior. Sam Forbes comes up with the clutch back-to-back receptions, and that one is gonna go for 6. Take a look at his release off the line as Sam Forbes breaks open a perfect throw inside of traffic. And Sam Forbes, who else? The guy who used to play quarterback in high school. Look at that throw. I mean, that is just on the money as Curtin pretty much wins this game as we do squib it. And that's going to be it as we get Everett to only get 12 yards. And that is it as we upset Louisville on the road. And what a throw and what a catch to end this game. And this is just a different Coastal team from last season. You can just tell there's just something with this team that this just might be our year to make a bowl game and possibly to compete for a conference title. As you can see, this was just an all-around effort as Justin Johnson does go over 100 yards on that 100-yard, has a 100-yard game on that big reception. But look at our offensive line, only giving up 2 sacks. You remember last year, we were giving up 5-6 sacks a game, but this time only 2 sacks. You can just tell everything's kind of working out in our favor so far this year. We lost the first game on a close one, but this was a tough win versus a tough team, and this was just an all-around effort as even our pass rush was getting in there. Got in for a few sacks as we had an interception by Norman. He gets his 2nd interception on the game. But, I mean, just all around pretty good from our offense and our defense. There's definitely some things we have to clean up. I definitely want to get that running game going. We couldn't really get Tyron Summers going. We want to get Jimbo Brown the ball too because we want to use him in power situations. But this is a good win on the road. Who would have thought we would have won this game? They started off the season ranked too. So hit subscribe, hit that like button because this series getting going in season 3. So we're 1-1. Who would have thought? So going into conference play, that was an important win. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.